This is a city that's hosted more Super Bowls than almost anybody else. And, oh yeah, Brock, they've won a couple of their own along the way, too. We're in the home of the Buccaneers, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off and running from Raymond James. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the gun is Purdy. His first throw is an interception. Bryce Hall picks it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly considered too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, and they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Doesn't have the hook up there. Incomplete pass.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. On the move, headed right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a 49er first down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Purdy throwing here on first. That's complete to Kittle on the sideline. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 46. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Now it's Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 4. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
To throw again, it's Purdy. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a 49er first down. From the gun, McCaffrey. And for the moment. So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15. Here's Purdy to throw. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. McCaffrey will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball, make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Purdy to throw it. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get it down to a single point. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. Jake Moody on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers tie this game 7-7. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Set to return this, Trey Palmer. This return makes it up to the 25. Started, 1st and 10. Coming out, throwing is Baker. This one's taken in by Otten. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Charvarius Ward brings him down.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Second and 6 now. That's to his back. Here's Rachaad White. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Diamador Lenore there on the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and short, Mayfield. He'll get this complete to White. And this one doesn't go far. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the... Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They'll be facing 4th down. They'll run for it with White. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 48. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Quick pass, right side, complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run, break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team. Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Baker now off the play fake. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert 33. Up, up. Hey. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, alert, 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 alert. God.
Baker now from the gun. That's brought in by White. And they get this down to the 28.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Alert, 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 alert. Regular, regular, regular.
Mayfield to throw for it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw again. He's got it at the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. He'll take this at the 10. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5. From the 28. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. The 49ers looking for a score before halftime. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun is Purdy. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Purdy on 1st down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Down inside the back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Brought in by Ayuk. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback.
And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers tie things up at 14. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Palmer. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now here's Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again. San Francisco calls its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely 3rd down pickup.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the 49ers are set up quite well for their next possession. First down throw by Purdy. Quick slant to Samuel. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, we're we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's Palmer. He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made.
Awareness. So critical in so many phases of the game. And in this phase, in the special teams phase, it's not just hitting blocks and clearing the lane, but in this case, recognizing the fumble and most importantly, keeping that possession.
Point it right. Hurry. What's up?
First down, here's Baker. It's into the hands of White. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 4. Got Evans, it's complete. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Quick on the draw to White. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Again, this is White. And he's down. It looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Escapes the pocket.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, a run for White. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on that game. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Hurry.
1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Caught by his back. And he'll go down here at the 16.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running on 2nd with White. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. He's got to gain a 6 there. Hauled down by Christian Izziet.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Has room down the left sideline. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers start the second half with some needed points. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers tie this game at 21. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Palmer. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Baker to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Throwing again is Baker. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He'll get this complete to White. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
Whether they meant to go to him or was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a 1st down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
Hey, alert 33. Regular.
Man in motion here.
Run. Pistol. Real. Stop.
He'll throw it. McMillan hauls it in. And what a hit there. Alex, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
So close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
1st and 10, it's a give to White. Across midfield to the 45. Hits the 20. And in, touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Fielded at the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Purdy throwing here on first. Buys time, rolling right. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. And he's going to end up out of back. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now it's Purdy. Hits his running back. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun is Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Purdy setting up that play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. To throw again, it's Purdy. He's throwing deep to the left side. Brought in inside the 20. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Palmer. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing, Baker. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So 2nd down coming up.
Point it right.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Baker now from the gun. This one's taken in by Otten. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10. Here's Mayfield. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. Into the red zone. And he takes this one back for the pick six. You get a pick six. You get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. On the return, here's Palmer. Now bottling up as he gets the return to the 30.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level. They want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Watch out!
The drive starts with a carry by White. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here's White again. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Into the secondary past the 40. And he's finally brought down at the 33. Working quickly here.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Buccaneers losing by 7. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Regular! Good. Run. Watch out!
Baker out of the pistol. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Pistol. Watch out!
Setting up to pass. Got his target. It's Otten. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They're now set for 1st and 10.
Alert! Real. Dot!
The give now to White. Finds a big lane. And he has it all the way down to the 8. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, White. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Kings! Hey, alert 33! Hey! What?
Here he is to throw. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
To throw. He's got it. And it's not over yet. And they score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And he's going to run in for 2. Oh, they gambled the entire game on that call. And now they're in line for the win. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Starting at the 10. They're out and set, 1st and 10. One final shot here. Kittle brings it in. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. So it's a win for the Buccaneers. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign.